Why are you with me?
Why am I with you? I think the simplest answer to that, my answer is because you make me happy. Like, me as a person, you make happy. And I believe that I make you happy. If you stripped everything around us away, you make me happy.
Babe, that was poetic.
Wasn't it? Are you impressed?
Yeah. It's like everything's background noise in its simplest form. We can sit in a room in silence, but I feel like you're wrapped around me and we're in full conversation.
Aww. That was very poetic.
Distance gives me that feeling in my stomach, like I just want to be at home. I need that security. I feel uncomfortable. You know, like they say, creature comforts. You're like a creature comfort for me, babe.
Yeah, it's like you say, like a person. I never used to get this saying, but they say like a person is home.
Yeah.
Which I think now, the stage of our relationship where we're at, I understand that.
This is a very interesting conversation. I like it. I think I've had a discussion of the sort with my own father at some point in my life, where I think he explained it in a very interesting way. I remember how the conversation went. I think he referred to my mother as his family, but then you wouldn't imagine that to be something shocking, because it's obviously the case that your wife is your family. But then the way he explained it in a way that suggested that there was a point in time where she wasn't necessarily his family, but then has suddenly become his family at some point in time along the line, at least before then. So I asked him to elaborate on that, and then he explained something about how you would get to a point in a union with your partner where it is no longer about the excitement, it is no longer about the butterflies in the belly, it's no longer about the intimate time spent together. It is not about the sexual relationship. It is not about now. It's no longer about what the person did or didn't do. That plays a big role at the beginning of the relationship up until when it doesn't. There is no really a timeline on it. You cannot really deliberately place a timeline on it because it's different for people. So he made me understand something about how at some point in a relationship with a spouse, the person becomes just like the couple in the video just talked about. You give each other a sense of home. You give each other a sense of comfort. You truly become family. Now it's no longer about sexual satisfaction. It's no longer about what the person has done to you or didn't do to you. Just like how you cannot break up with your brother or break up with your sister and then leave because you are family. You cannot do anything about that because you're connected by blood. You see? But then I do understand how the saying about how the blood of the covenant can be better than the water of the womb, something in that line. I understand that this is not exactly what I'm talking about, but we can borrow to a very great degree from that saying. So you truly become each other's family. Now, you do not leave each other because of something the other person has done. Obviously, we are not talking about direct violation of the seed of commitment. That's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about the regular things which make couples in our day and age break up on. That's not the point. It is a deep connection that goes beyond momentary satisfaction given to each other by each other. It becomes something of how now you begin to deeply care about this person as if they were your blood, as if you were given birth to by the same parents. It becomes a familiar relationship, no longer a marital relationship. It becomes a relationship where when you see this person, you deeply care and love and respect them, just as you would do to a parent, just as you would do to a child. So it seems like there is a transition from the butterfly to expectation, then to family. That doesn't necessarily mean that the progression, the defining factor of each bracket in the progression completely disappears. But then the focus on it dwindles to a certain degree because the focus is shifted to the next bracket, and then to the next bracket and to the next bracket until you get to the bracket where you truly become family. So I think I might not have remembered exactly how he explained it, but then I think I've captured it quite nicely to a great degree. But then simply there's a transition from expectation to family. Not that you don't expect things from your family, but then you do not think of leaving when your family disappoints you because they're your family. Something like that. So I think we are all humans. This is probably he explained it from his own point of view. He wasn't necessarily suggesting being an authority on the subject of interpersonal relationship in marriage. He was just explaining it from his own point of view. But then I think there is wisdom to be extracted even from